taken at about the 1. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Let's go. Go, 52. Michael, 3-3.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And right away, he lost the football. And the ball is going to wind up out of bounds, so they will lose yardage, but they'll keep the football. So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Tua. This will be caught by Randy Moss. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. It's one of the better coaches in the league always tells me. On offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping that one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Tua going to throw. That's caught by Jackson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Tua's throw taken in here by Jackson. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. So play number 10 now coming. It's been a long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. And it's caught. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. Now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
On 2nd and goal, Tua. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Tua Tagovailoa, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins are on the board first here this afternoon. Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter. And they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive. Maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And solid field position here to start as they get this out to the 40-yard line.
When we spent our time talking to the coaches prior to the game, they emphasized that they wanted a quick start to begin things. Most of the time you think about that on the offensive side of the ball, but in this case, it's the special teams that provide that quick start.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. 2 seconds to go, first quarter. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. To the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. He'll take this to the 46.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
Man open, he's got it complete to Courtland Sutton. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off by the former Raven, Chris McAllister. And the Dolphins will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Here we go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And he'll get what he can up the middle. 3 yards. That'll bring up second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Tua. Flushed out. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Bruce Smith brings the heat, gets the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
They'll swing this out to Mostert. And he'll be out of bounds right at about the 10-yard line. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, ball game. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Fielded at the 43. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Open man is the Hall of Famer, Dave Casper. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. On first down, Fields. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Cortland Sutton, 27 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from evening this one up. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded right around the 8. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. After the sack on first down, Tua. He'll find Lamb crossing the formation for the catch. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Open man, right side, it's Lamb. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Looking to pass. Tua. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jackson. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Tua setting up shop to throw again. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he's going to have a first down, and they get into field goal range here at the 29.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, this from 46. Sanders' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. Fields this way up at the 17. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 31-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory down at the 31. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Okay, take us to school here, Charles. On a play like that, pretty successful RPO. What's the quarterback looking at?
Basics, he's looking at the defensive end or the outside linebacker. If that player crashes down to take the running back, quarterback pulls it, runs to the outside end. Some teams, though, will read different players depending on defenses, but basically, it's that outside player.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Fields. This is caught, and they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
Crabtree with it over the middle. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Michael Crabtree. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. Taken from about the 12. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, it's Tua. That'll be caught over the middle by Moss. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. From the 39, Tua. That's going to be caught by Moss. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line. Okay.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third. On first and 10, it's Mostert. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Fourth down, 4th quarter. Here's Tua. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down, and the Ravens are going to get the football back. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Out of the gun, Fields. Forced out to his left. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Here's Tua. That is caught by Moss for a Dolphins touchdown. From 21 yards away. And the Dolphins have taken a 4th quarter lead. They do tack on the extra point as well, so it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And he'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up past the 40-yard line.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, are coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. All eyes on Fields. He completes this to Sutton. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Fields. On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And the Dolphins have just about sewn up this football game. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a...
There he goes left side. The 30. 10, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Raheem Mostert, 75 yards. And the Dolphins use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one?